Today, I want to speak to the homeschool mom who is raising a teen and who is secretly wondering if she is messing things up. I'm going to walk through three things that we tend to worry about in high school as homeschool moms, and about the one thing that actually matters most. So here we go. Worry number one. What if we are behind? Homeschool moms always wonder if they are behind in math, in English, in credits. This is high school. Things matter now. Things matter more than before. It's real. And things have to go somewhere on a transcript somewhere. So, worry number one is if you are behind. I want to remind you that high school is flexible. There is a path. There is a requirement. There is a list of credits that your child needs. Yes, that is a given. However, you can adjust the pace. You can fill in gaps. You can start and stop a curriculum, a credit. You don't have to put anything on the transcript that doesn't matter or that your child decided they were really not that interested in. High school is more flexible than you think. And you can pivot. You can pivot the curriculum. You can pivot the schedule. You can pivot your volunteer activities, your child's instrument. You can even pivot umbrella schools. Curriculum matters, yes, but what matters more than anything is consistency. So, worry number one, are we really behind? Let's rephrase that into, are we being consistent? Because consistency over the next 2 to 3 years matters most, and it matters more than one rough semester. I want to give you an example from the sports world. There's a US figure skater called Ilya Malinin who had an amazing routine that was going to guarantee him gold. And he messed up. He didn't get the gold, but that's due to his nerves and the mental preparation. But the point that I'm trying to draw out of this story is this. The commentators were watching him as he was executing quad after triple after triple after quad, right? So all the technical elements that put him way above everybody else. And they said, oh, he messed this one up. It's okay. The gold medal is still his because he can even win with mistakes. He can even win with mistakes. Now, what really happened was that he made way too many mistakes to win. But you in homeschooling will make some mistakes, and you don't have to worry about making too many of them because you will catch yourself. You're too dedicated to not catch yourself. So I'm encouraging you in your high school years, be consistent. Don't worry about being behind. As long as you are consistent, you will do just fine. Now, worry number two is, will colleges take us seriously? And that's a good point for some colleges. But the answer is 99% of colleges love homeschoolers. They take us seriously. You don't need to fear that your homeschooler will not look legitimate. The colleges that will take your homeschooler will actually do everything in their power to help your homeschooler integrate in their system. Colleges care about clarity. They care about clarity. Universities too, right? So when we say colleges in the United States, we mean university level, post-secondary, right? Post-high school, college or university. I know that's a false friend in some languages, where college means high school in Romania, in France, in several other um, educational systems. But in America, a college is the same thing as a university, things that kids do after they get a high school diploma. So colleges and universities care about clarity, transcripts that are clear, grades that are clear, and solid test scores, because I'm not even going to say if they're required. A lot of colleges will require, most of them will require a test score, whether it's the SAT or the ACT or the CLT. They need to see something that's independent, that somebody else independently graded your homeschooler, because the transcript will be a grade given by mama. And so the score on the test needs to be solid. Okay, you cannot have straight A's on your transcript and then 1050 on the SAT out of 1600. That's a very low score. Okay, 1050 is what my kids used to get in 7th grade. I kid you not. And so you want to get into the 1500s, that's Ivy League territory. At the very least, you want to get to 1450, if not more. 1450 on the SAT, which is about 33, 34 ACT territory. So what actually matters is documentation and steady academics, not perfection. So let's go to worry number 3. Worry number 3 is, what if my teen lacks motivation? Okay, so this one hits home because we all lack motivation now and then. Motivation is something that comes and goes, right? They used to tease Zig Ziglar. What are you really teaching people, Zig? What are you teaching people? You're teaching them motivation. And motivation goes away after a while. And he said, yes. And motivation has to be done on a regular basis. He would encourage everybody daily. It's like bathing. This is Zig Ziglar, the great motivator. And he would say, motivation is like bathing. It goes away, so we have to do it daily, right? We take a daily bath. We take a daily shower. We take a daily bath in motivation. And think about how you were when you were a teenager, right? All the hormones flying. Of course, your teen is going to be unmotivated or seem unmotivated. So, this worry of what if my teen lacks motivation might seem real on some days and legitimate, but here's where we can all pivot. Teens are normally up and down. Okay. Motivation fluctuates even for an adult, let alone a teen who is in their developmental years, right? Teens are still developing. What actually matters is ownership, gradual independence. If you see that progress towards gradual independence and ownership, the teen being interested in his own path, then you're teaching them how to manage responsibility and maybe take some initiative and teach them how to manage their responsibility. High school is not so much about being impressive. It's about clarity, clear transcripts, clear grades. If you need English 1, English 2, English 3, English 4, just call it that. Do not call it Around the World in 80 Novels or some other creative thing that you put together. If you need to say, okay, we only studied British literature in 11th grade, that would be English number 3. Then you put English 3 hyphen British literature or US literature. But it needs to be clear and it needs to be professional and it needs to be close to what a college admissions counselor is used to seeing from public schools. You don't need to panic. You need a plan. You don't need to worry. You just need to be clear on your goals, on your path, and stay consistent. And if this is the kind of clarity that helps you, I share more practical tips for homeschooling high school on YouTube.